Welcome to our Married at First Sight review. This is season 14, episode 5.
I'm Ronald Willis.
Congrats.
Who are you?
I am Charley Willis.
And I told you, Charley. I told you, Charley. I told Charley.
Anyway.
And the viewers out there, that Ronald Willis prediction always come to fruition. I told you they was having sex, Charley.
Your prediction doesn't always.
I told you they was already having sex. I told you that. You need to rewind, look at some other episodes, because I said it right here.
Right. So it is, during the honeymoon stage, and
They had it on the first night.
obviously he is speaking of
Mark the Sharp. Mark the Sharp don't play.
Mark and Lindsey.
Mark
So that was
don't
one of
play.
the predictions that we were looking at to see who consummated the marriage first.
And Ron Willis got it right.
And Mark and Lindsey. Obviously, they're the only couple that did.
See, when your name is Mark the Sharp, that means you don't play. That's what that means.
Based on what was said. Great. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our review and talk about, since you already brought up Mark and Lindsey, let's go ahead and talk about how things went with this episode number 5. It got kind of spicy, got kind of heated for some of the couples, including Mark and Lindsey. So
What happened, y'all? What happened, bad?
So it started out great in the beginning of the show as they continued to lovey-dovey and talk about how connected they were and all of this good stuff.
Lindsey said, we have great chemistry. That's what happened when you put it down the first night.
So, but Mark did early off talked about some of his concerns about the little issue that happened on the plane with Lindsey and the other couples. And he did state something. He said he was concerned because she did have like 3 bottles of wine.
3 bottles of wine.
That kind
That's a lot of wine.
For one person. Now, wait a minute. How do you consume 3 bottles of wine on your own?
Did he say she drank all 3 bottles of wine, or did she just have 3 bottles?
He said you had 3 bottles of wine. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, which, you can assume that she turned it up. All 3.
She did. So, but they also talked about their past, and she made a good point because they talked about their past relationships. And she made a good point where she felt like, she said that he was probably a people pleaser.
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, and she wanted to make sure that he's investing in himself as much as he investing into her, moving into this relationship, that he doesn't kind of shortchange himself.
Yeah, I'm going to highlight it for y'all. She's trying to make sure he's not a doormat. That's what that's all about. I'm trying to make sure that people do not walk all over you. That you have some boundaries established, that you don't allow that to happen. Because sometimes people pleaser or go to doormat.
Well, yeah, I can see that happen.
That's right. That's what she's talking about. Because I'm okay with you being a people pleaser as long as you're not a doormat.
Yeah, but he seems like he
seems like a nice guy.
A nice guy. He puts a lot of support in.
He made a serious mistake.
Now let's move on toward the end of what happened.
And I think it's part of the way guys think and stuff, right? Because we don't know when they had sex, right? Okay. But if I was to predict it, surmise when they had sex, I'm thinking the first night they had sex.
Come on.
It ain't been.
It's
only 3 days. It's only 3 days. So either the second day or the first day.
Anyway,
so it ain't a lot of room to figure out which day it was. All right.
The first one, but
anyway. I think it was the first night. Okay, and this is the mistake he made.
It was a mistake
because he made a connection at a certain level. Right. And once you make that connection at a certain level, right, you really don't backtrack. Because if you backtrack, that's going to make your partner feel negative.
Yeah, and for her,
and that's what he's doing now. Because he got some red flags now based on her personality.
Yeah.
Very outgoing, and she, drank a little too much for his taste.
Yeah.
And she say things too much for his taste.
Yeah.
So now he want to take a step back. Wait a minute. Let's slow it down because, I don't want to go too fast. If you don't want to go too fast, you don't have sex on the first night.
Well, one of the issues was he did kind of ask when the guys were together on the beach. He kind of asked, like, what do you do if you feel like you kind of need to slow things down or pull back a sort of, and they kind of gave him that advice a little. I think it was Steve that did, kind of
pull back
where things are.
But see, when you ask those kind of questions, you got to bring all the facts because he left out. We already slept together. I can give you better advice if he didn't let no one knew they slept together.
You mean at that point?
No one. The other couples don't know it yet. They just they alluded to it,
with the
right?
laughter she
right.
did.
They alluded to it, but no one. They didn't definitively say yes. We didn't have sex. They did not say that until she got angry with him and said, "You stupid idiot."
You know what? I am not trying to be say the guys or have a lesser mindset or anything, but I feel like even if they knew he slept with him, they still wouldn't have been able to give the right advice.
They're probably not.
Doesn't
because
seem like they could come with knowing.
It's probably not because you seeking.
They're new and with this, and they just
you asking the wrong people.
There you go.
You asking the wrong set of people for some advice in this.
Yeah.
Now what he should have did, he should have called me, Mark. I could have told you that if you want to take it slow with someone. Because women view sex different than we do.
They do.
Right?
They do.
So once you establish that platform, you really can't step back. And if you step back, there gotta be something really out there so it doesn't create this negative feeling that she got now. And really she's calling you stupid because what she's saying is you should have been smart enough not to have sex with me first. And then come to this place and talking about slowing down. Oh, I want to change the relationship now. That does not work like that.
She hot nine.
Yeah, she's upset and rightfully so.
Now for sure.
Yeah, she's upset and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I think Marsha just stay the course now.
I mean, because this 3 days in, and they already
stay the course.
Using the bathroom with the door open and bodily functions and carrying on.
Yeah.
So
that's your fault for going in too fast. That's your fault, Mark. That's right.
He didn't know that it was gonna.
Well, you got to get to know someone, right?
It's best to get. We see now that it is best to get to know someone. Get to know someone.
I know you're married. You're married at first sight, but the critical part of this process is that you don't know the person. Give yourself an opportunity to know the person. Mm-hmm. So if you need to slow it down, you can slow it down because you didn't have sex with him. Sex is speed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's right. And it's an emotional connection. And it's stronger with women.
Okay.
It is. So, Mark, she called you a stupid idiot, dude. And I don't agree with the statement she made, but I 100% understand where she's coming from. 100%.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You took her to a level 8. Now you want to go to level 4. And you think she's not gonna think negative about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark the Shark. You weren't sharp on that one. No, you was not.
You was a shark on that one.
Oh, he was a shark. That's right. He came in for the kill.
Let's move on. Let's talk about Mike and Jasmina.
Oh man.
Mike.
I told you.
Mike.
I told y'all. I told y'all.
I could just shake him.
Yeah, but the writing was on the wall for this couple. You know what? And even though Lindsey and Mark are going through their challenge, remember my prediction is they will make it. Remember that.
We ain't at the end of the show yet.
I'm still making predictions.
Okay.
And I'm still 100, y'all.
Okay, whatever.
Still 100.
Mike.
No, I didn't predict them to make it.
He said something just out of the left side of his mouth when he felt like they were at a distance and not as connected as he thought they would be. going into day 3, I guess.
3 days. Okay, come on, dude. Come on now. It's just 3 days. I know you're married, but you still don't know your partner.
But he did make one good point that kind of made me understand him a little bit more.
Okay, let's hear that.
And that he knows that he understands himself a little bit more. Was what he said about, because he had so much death in his life.
Right.
That it was almost that what he does by seeing this negative stuff beforehand or bracing himself so much, I guess, is sort of a coping mechanism he picked up. And I think it is to some extent, but like she says, not in her exact words, it's pretty much shooting yourself in the foot, though, really, with the relationship. But the biggest thing.
What's the biggest thing, Charlie?
That happened with this couple.
Nah, it happened, but there was some good things in the mix, too.
Okay. What's the good things?
Well, the good thing, he finally at the end recognized the place he was at.
Let me get to the... That is true.
Right.
That is true.
But let's talk about the bad stuff.
All right. So, he clearly felt that she had interrupted him.
When they was asking about sex.
Yeah. And you know, as they edited and they played it. But I like what she said, because she was like, she didn't see that she did that. She didn't feel like she did that. She just was sorry that he felt that happened. But he wanted her to admit it.
He wanted her to be sorry for the act. Mm-hmm. However, in her mind, the act did not occur. Yeah. So you can't be sorry for something that in your mind you did not do. Mm-hmm. Right? You could be sorry for the results. And the results of those actions made him feel a certain way. And she said, I'm sorry for your feelings. So she did the right thing by saying that. But he did not receive that because he wanted something else.
Jasmina, no nonsense. She come with the no nonsense.
Right. Now she was right, and initially he was wrong, right? Because you're trying to demand something from someone that in their mind they did not do. Yeah. So now, you know, you on the left, you on the right. Then how do you come in the middle? Because that's the place you want to be at. You come in the middle, you want to be understanding that my thoughts and the way I feel are not the same as your thoughts and your feelings. Right. And although I think that you did that and you think you did not do that, now we got two different thoughts. Right.
How now? And I know you said he apologized or whatever. But one thing I think he should not have said was that he did recognize the behavior. He said that his friends and his family, his sisters, tell him he does this, and that he will nip that in the bud before they get back to Boston. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, if you've been doing something for a length of time, you're not gonna be able to nip it in the bud.
We gonna see.
It's a process that you got to go through, and your partner has to help you with this process because some of that you don't recognize you're doing at the time you're doing it because we really can't hear ourselves. Other people can hear us, but we really can't hear ourselves. So you need the help of her to help you say, hey, wait a minute. You did this or you said this, and then you got to be in a position where you want to receive it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the receiving part is very difficult. Yeah. I mean, we saw it in this conflict they was having. He didn't want to receive that she did not interrupt him initially. I mean, he was like, you did interrupt me, and you need to say, I'm sorry for interrupting me. And she said, no, I only can say I'm sorry for your feelings. I can't say sorry for something I feel like I did not do.
I see that them being together is almost like that she, by her being no nonsense, it's almost like she can kind of hold him accountable for his behavior to some degree. Right. Because for a minute there, she was like, she didn't want to be in the same room. She didn't want to be in his marriage. Yeah, she ready to walk out the door already. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
She's already at, I'm done. And it's too early in the stage to say that, but I understand your feelings are going on, your heightened emotions are going on and stuff. Nonsense. But 3 days, y'all. I want to remind.
I ain't got time.
It's 3 days.
I ain't got time.
So although they're having this challenge, right, they still have an opportunity to make their relationship work. I'm not saying that the relationship cannot work because all of them will have challenge. It's how you navigate through the challenge is going to let you know whether the relationship is going to be able to sustain itself. Yeah. And at the end of this process, you want to stay together and not get a divorce. So, I think there's an opportunity for them, especially they can navigate like they did this time.
Right.
They had a conflict, and he came to a place to recognize, oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna accept your apology because you're right.
Yeah.
You did apologize for my feelings, and I can't make you see what I saw. And then if they was able to look at the camera, they would have saw that she was right, he was wrong. Because I did not see her interrupting him.
Right.
Yeah, but when he thinking back on it, he does not know that, and he does not have the benefit of looking at the camera like we do.
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's move on to some more hot mess.
Hot MESS.
Olajawon, is it Olajawon?
Olajawon.
Olajawon. I'm sorry about the L there. And Katina.
Just said Playboy. Just put it down, Charlie. Playboy.
Oh. Olajawon and Katina. Now, there's a couple of things he did kind of tick me off already.
What?
Yes.
What did the Playboy do?
So, when they were working out, you can see the look on her face. Like,
Man,
when she said
that was stupid.
That he has a strong personality. But then, when he was with the guys, he said he did that on purpose to see if she was going to stand her ground. You might not want to do that, dude.
And I was glad that she stood her ground.
Yeah. Especially
what if she stood her ground in a different way?
Yeah, you wouldn't have liked that.
It seems like to me you create conflict.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary, especially when you only know the person for 3 days.
Right. I mean, like, dude.
This is not the time when you want to push buttons.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're in this process of trying to get the person to know you. You're not in a situation, or you're not knowing each other long enough to push the other person's button and see how they're gonna react.
Yeah, because he's like, this is my area and I take it serious. I'm like, come on, dude.
But clearly she don't allow her to exercise like she wants to at this particular stage.
Right.
Unless she come, if she comes to a place and, hey, you know what, I want to exercise and I want you to push me. That open the door. But she come there casually, just kind of spend time with you, enjoy time with you, and next thing you know, Drill Sergeant Playboy come out.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Line up in that arena. Okay?
All right, foolishness number 2 out of him.
What we gonna name him? Playboy Foolishness?
I don't know that. When they was on the boat having this conversation.
Oh, come on.
First of all, I don't know why you proceed to tell these people you don't know.
Because he the one that asked the question, right?
Yeah, that you.
You know what? I'm okay.
Sex with a mom and a daughter? Oh my.
Oh, okay. I'm on the other.
Oh yeah, you went too far already.
All right, let's go here.
The mom and the daughter.
Yeah, back in the day, which is about 2 years ago.
Everybody was like.
I was doing it, and mom and daughter, they was looking all good, so I went ahead and connected with both of them. I'm trying to make them feel good.
That was.
And
you know what?
I say 3 days.
How old is he?
TMI. Too much information with only 3 days.
20s. How old is he?
Who knows?
And our past is our past. Things that we do.
You don't tell everything up front though.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary.
That was not good. That was negative, right?
Yeah.
If I was her, I'd be looking at him sideways, like, really? I might need. I'll make sure my mom stay away from us. But this dude has no boundaries.
And then he proceeded on about the threesome.
Can you say foot in the mouth?
Oh my goodness!
Why would you tell that information?
If his wife is okay with it.
Well, if my wife okay with bringing another woman in the bedroom, right? Why not? Well, I'm going to help you out with why not. The why not is you should be only committed to one person, and that's your wife. I mean, you said, I used to be a playboy. For 2 years, I worked on me, and now I want to be in a committed relationship. And then at the same time, you said, well, you know what? I'm in a committed relationship, but I could have another woman in the bedroom if my wife's okay with that. And you think that's okay? It's not. It's not at all and stuff, right? If I was her, I'd have test him out. Oh yeah, I'm okay with it. Just see what he gonna say. See what he gonna do. Matter of fact, we got Jasmine over here. Let's do it, y'all.
Really?
She's upset with Mike. Hey, she's upset with Mike. You know, it's just for me. Maybe he need more than the 2 years to get right. Maybe he need another year, dude. 3 years or something.
We're gonna find out some. But obviously, toward the end of the night.
Yeah, because she is really liking Olajawon.
Especially after all those sweet words he said toward the end.
Yeah, the massage in the foot. He was really putting it down.
Yeah.
But for me,
teary-eyed and everything.
But for me, those are Playboy moves. I'm sorry.
Those are Playboy moves. You already did those Playboy moves.
I am so sorry.
So all that stuff he was doing was to go ahead and get in.
That's what he's trying to do. And then she already said something that perhaps could be dangerous for her.
Yeah, she told him that too.
I feel like I'm falling.
Yes.
Man, that's a quick fall after 3 days. I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, for her, take it slow.
Yeah.
And let it develop and get to know this guy. And some of it is past as a huge red flag.
Yep.
And you want to know, have he actually moved on from it? Because he's saying he moved on.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. But saying and moving on is not the same thing. I can say I moved on all day, right. But have I really moved on? True. And some of the things he's saying and doing is suggesting that he might not have moved on. It is. I'm just sorry. So, somebody need to get in there. Girl, slow down.
Slow down. She's not the only one that's feeling bubbly. Feeling like that.
You said bubbly or bubbly?
Bubbly, like they're falling in love.
Yeah, but hers is more of a red flag though.
Both of them are red flags. And when I'm talking about
hers more of a red flag.
Yeah, we're talking about also Steve and Noah. Noah, she expressed her feelings.
Right.
And told that he didn't reciprocate or get.
It was not good. When he recognized it was not good, then he responded. However, your first response is perhaps more of the truth than the second one.
I'm kind of concerned because he even though that happened, he did say something about, I think they're gonna have sex too, like.
Oh yeah.
Right then, that night, because
it's coming. It's coming. They're probably next.
Yeah, he was like,
or either Olajawon may be next.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
they're both in the same platform.
But she's falling for him.
She's falling for him fast.
The risk is he is risky.
Right.
He's risky.
And then when she said, he was like, okay. And then he said, oh, wait a minute. That's not the right thing to say. Oh yeah, I have strong feelings for you too.
I mean, he's risky in his stability to me.
Right. I mean, that is, for now, that is really the only major risk we see out of him.
But also,
he don't have a lot of red flags.
I know, but listen, what happened when he said he said something about camping, and she's like,
she's not an outdoor person,
and he's a person that he likes.
He likes the outdoors, and she does not.
Go.
But I still don't think that's a red flag that would hinder the relationship in a negative way.
Right. It may work out.
What?
I'm just thinking about it all. We'll see how that goes. But I think those were the only concerns about that. Really, I could tell she's a person that falls quick, and I think she said it before.
Yeah, they probably the second best relationship to make it right now.
Oh.
Yeah, I got them over the other three.
Okay.
Definitely, the other three, they're a hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the other thing that was shocking to them both, and they both admitted about cheating when they were younger,
right?
And that they realized how it affected or hurt the person that they were with. That was good that they did. We do things when we're young, but I don't see. Yeah, that was probably about it. Any signs with them?
Yeah, it's like I said, they are the most boring couple out there. they just are. They don't have a lot going on, So the recurring theme is Steve's not working, and now we got a new theme is that she's falling in love with him, and he doesn't seem to be falling in love with her. He does not. He said some stuff to kind of, I got strong feelings for you, but his first response was for me was the more appropriate response on how he truly feels.
Oh yeah.
He's not there yet.
Yeah, of course. I mean, and
he's there. He's there enough to have sex with her.
Of course.
Yeah. What do you mean, of course? What do you mean, of course?
Yeah. You
how you know how men operates?
Because every episode so far, he talked about sex. So.
That's right.
But let's talk about the dynamics when the women met. The women got together, and they was
okay.
I feel that Katina
and Lindsey.
Yeah, Lindsey said what she said, and I don't know. I almost feel like Katina still allowed her emotions to get in the way.
Yeah, I think Katina was wrong in the way she addressed that and handled that.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. Yeah. Move on. Move on from that. Leave it alone. Okay.
Move on.
Stop allowing someone else that's not even connected to you to affect you negatively, so you can have conversations like that, and then you get to a place where I gotta leave, I gotta walk away and stuff.
And then run off with Alyssa.
Of all people.
Sorry, Alyssa. It is what it is. Yeah. And that brings us to the last couple. Chris and Alyssa.
For me, I'm just gonna have to be straight. Just I'm a straight shooter, y'all. Lindsey, what is it?
Not Lindsey. Alyssa.
I mean Alyssa. Just quit.
I mean to tell you.
It's obviously you're not attracted to
take
the
guy,
red
right?
Eye. You know what I'm saying? And you don't like the guy, you hate the guy, you can't stand the guy and stuff, and all of it's based on how he looks. It's not based on his personality. It's not based on how he talk. It's not based on any of those things like that and stuff, right? So,
because they seem like everything.
You need to say, look, for these reasons, I'm out. Deuces, I'm out of here. See y'all later.
The little boarding, I don't know, surfboarding thing. And
I thought there was an effort being made on her at that particular time.
But you know what?
I'm sure what messed it up.
Before you say that, because she was laughing and everything, but
laughing at him, falling off.
She was laughing at him, not
with him.
Yeah,
right,
she was
laughing at him
because
he kept falling.
him. She really feels like it just wasn't nice.
Right.
I mean, it looked playful and fun, but when she did that switch, when she got upset, I don't want him near me.
Right, but you know why, right?
My mom said.
Right, because here's the thing. This is the pattern is something she wanted to do.
Right.
So he accommodated her.
Yeah.
So he could do. But when it was his turn for something he wanted to do, she did not accommodate him. Okay.
She left and went to get lunch.
Well, let's hold on. Wait a minute. This is what Chris messed up, man. Okay?
How did he mess up?
So the dynamics of the relationship shifted when Chris took his shirt off.
Anyway.
I'm just saying, Chris, she's not attracted to you.
He had to take his shirt off to go underwater.
Well, then maybe don't do scuba diving right now, because scuba diving, I gotta take my shirt off. He does not work out. He does not work out. He does not have a six pack. He ain't all toned from the neck down. So at this stage of the game, if she's not attracted to you, you don't expose yourself more to see some other stuff that she's not going to be attracted to.
He's not thinking that way, of course.
He needs just. If it's 3 days for me, and I have a chest like Chris, I'm not going to take my shirt off. I'm not, because I want my woman to be attracted to me, and then I want her to get to know me, and then when she get to know me, she's attracted to my personality. She can overlook some of the physical things that may not be so attractive.
Because they had that conversation. She even, to the extent, said something about almost like the experts or something, like they lied to her or something. I mean, he said, well, how did they, something to fake.
It's something about them that created this connection for the experts.
Yeah, but she's going on a preeminence that he looked totally different from what she thought he was going to look like.
Well, did she say she wanted a guy with a six pack?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it shifted, because she was before that actually spending time with him.
She was laughing at him.
But she was there. But she was there. She was in his presence, right?
Doing something.
But she was in his presence. Yeah, they was together.
Well,
that's correct. And then when he took his shirt off, you didn't see them together anymore. As a matter of fact, she was talking to someone else. As a producer, bartender, or a friend,
Yeah,
a neighbor down the street, maybe even a complete stranger. I don't know who she was talking to, right? But she was like, I don't want to be near him. I hate him. Ooh, ooh. It's like she didn't want to see him, touch him, look at him, talk to him at all. I mean, it completely shifted 100% negative. It was already about 80% negative. But once he took his shirt off, it was a wrap. So if I'm Chris, I'm done. I'm done. You're not attracted to me. You're not trying to get to know me. You're not. The only thing left now is you're attracted to my personality. But because you so unattracted to my body, you're not gonna give it an opportunity to get to know my personality. For that reason, y'all, I'm out. I'm out. I don't want to be on TV no more. I'm out.
She also said something about being mad at her mom too. Like I said, about her mom telling her to present herself a certain way on TV. You don't want to come off.
That's right, because she's looking bad. And she keeps trying to say, I'm not looking bad. You are looking bad. If you take the time, slow down, and just get to know the guy. That's all you got to do. But if you don't want to do that, just be gone. I'm out. I don't want to be here anymore. Because you're making yourself look bad as long as you stay in this process and you're not making an effort to get to know the guy. You know, he's not attracted to you now. But that could change over time.
He's not attracted to her? Or she's not attracted to him?
She's not attracted to him. But that can change over time.
If you allow it to.
If you allow it to. It can change.
Whew.
You know, the things that I'm attracted to now are not the things I attracted when I was a kid. They're different. I change. I look at things different. You're in a relationship that's gonna last a long time. You know, both of y'all are gonna change. So you're not gonna be as attracted to. You're not gonna be as attracted as you was in your 20s when you're 70.
Well, she's starting off already.
Right.
So. Anyway.
Yeah. So And the thing about it though, when you look at the two couples, right? They on the same level for attraction. He's not overly handsome. She's not beautiful. They about the same. They on the same platform. I when I look at that couple and say, man, how did Chris get her? No, I'm like, okay, they're compatible. They about the same on attraction level.
All right.
I don't see it. Do you? Do you see that she's overly beautiful for Chris, and you look at Chris and say, "Woo, how did he get her?" Would you do that when you look at that couple?
Probably not.
No, you would not.
All right, so good review, Ronald. Good review, good comments, good notes, good things you picked out there.
Chris, don't take your shirt off.
We'll see what happens next week as we go further. So guys, thanks for watching our Married at First Sight review of episode number 5. Check us out on our other videos, our RC Relationship Connection, where we talk about issues couples have and things that we can do to help you guys thrive in your relationship.
Right. All right, well, go ahead. I'm sorry, because...
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, make sure y'all stay tuned, because I'm going to give you a tip on what Alyssa can do so she can be attracted to Chris. Write it down, y'all. Write it down. The tip is coming. I got the tip, y'all. That's right.
All right, we'll see what that is. So anyway, join us next week as we review episode number 6 of Married at First Sight. Thanks for watching.